All right, for this one, it's activity 312C, stacking objects and using roll angles. You want your project lead the way open. Make sure you're on this site, this activity. You don't need the Google Slides, so you can close that. All you need is this one, and then you're going to need cell setup and Robocell. Okay, so this is my cell setup from previously. So I'm just going to close it so that you can see me start from the beginning. And I will not go over everything. Some of it you're going to have to do it on your own. Okay. All right. So I'm going to close this. So it looks like we're starting from the beginning. And I'll just click yes here. All right. So on this one, you want to go to cell setup. Open cell setup. And according to this instructions here, what you want to do is create a setup for this particular activity. You're going to use the same robot. You're going to use without a slide base. You're going to have a table, same size, yellow, and also color yellow. You're going to have 3 cubes, preferably different colors. Okay. And make sure it's not the same color as the table. Cube 1 will be uh, this coordinate, these positions, cube 2, cube 3. So set that up. And when you save it, once you save this, so I'm going to click new here. I'm going to put the robot just for now so I can save it. Okay, so finish this setup. I'm going to go to File, Save As. You can save that as this setup right here, this stack and roll. Okay, we'll call that stack and roll this setup right here. So once you finish it, save it by that name. Go and pause the video, and once you're done, come back to the video. All right. So once you set up your stuff and the positions, um, you can double check by looking at the numbers here. But anyway, it should look something like this. It doesn't have to be green, pink, and blue in that order. Just make sure the positions are correct. Okay. So once you've done that, um, and save it, call it stack and roll. I believe it's stack and roll. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, you're gonna teach these positions to the robot now. Okay. So after that, go to Robocell. Open up Robocell. You're gonna click on File, New Project, and we want to import that 3D model, that cell setup that we had. So stack and roll. Okay. I'm going to go to Window and Simulation and Teach. This is just easier view. Um, all right. So this is where it gets weird, right? So you have a lot of empty space here, and that's not needed. So this is why I usually change my view here. So I go here, and then it will refocus the view somewhere else. Okay. So it's a little bit more centered. All right. Um, all right. Let's see. So what you want to do now is these are the positions. Okay. These are the XYZs in the pitch, and so you're gonna have to teach the role also. Okay, you're gonna have to figure out the role. So for this one, it's given. This is gonna be 0. This is going to be 0. Okay. Um, we're gonna have to figure out what these numbers will be. Okay. So for position 2 and 12, you notice they're on the same angle from the robot. Let me see if there's a picture here. So yeah, so this is position 2 here, and this is 12. They're in the same angle from from the base of the robot. So that will be this one right here. Okay. Position 33, 23, 13, and 3. They're at this angle with uh, from the base of the robot. So that will be angle 2, and then the other one was angle 1. So that's what we have to find out. So this is where I believe this comes from geometry, comes in. Okay, and it's easy. Okay, if taking geometry, you're not doing too well in geometry, it's pretty easy, because there are certain numbers that we know, and we can just plug in the numbers, use a calculator, and then there you go, you get the angle. Okay, pretty easy. So we need to figure out these numbers first before we can move on. Okay. Um, so I'm going to show you one way, and then you have to figure out the other one. So I'm going to show you angle 1, use the same process, and to find angle 2. Okay. All right. So this is the equation that you need. Okay. This one is basically the angle. Okay. And then you're going to use this formula to figure out the angle, inverse tangent of this, whatever this value is. So how do you get that value? Opposite. So if this is the angle that you're trying to get, which is right here, opposite of that will be this right here, this distance right here, which is negative 100. So this will be the opposite. Okay. Adjacent is the one next to the, is the straight line next to the actual angle itself. So this is ADJ. Okay. So yeah, we don't use, for these formulas, we don't use the hypotenuse. So like this one, you don't have to worry about. Okay. You can ignore that. All right. So anyway, um, we have the opposite and adjacent, right? So it's negative 100 over adjacent is 300, right? So this whole entire thing, we need the inverse tangent. Okay. Um, all right. So what I would do, I would go open a new tab, go to Desmos, scientific calculator. Okay. I'm gonna try to click on one of these, and there you go. I get tangent 1. All right. So we're gonna use the function key here under our scientific calculator from Desmos, and we're gonna plug in tan inverse tangent, and then we're gonna plug in the numbers we had earlier, right? Um, so negative 100. So we're gonna plug in negative 100 slash. That's the forward slash above number 8 on the keypad, or above the left arrow in the question mark, or under the question mark. So you can use that one, and then 300. Okay, and then close the parentheses. Oh, I guess it doesn't need it. Mm, not sure why. Uh, and this is the answer, negative 18.43. We'll do 435. Okay. Um, so you're gonna have to remember that number for uh for this angle. So that's for position 2 and 12. So here you just have to remember for position 2 and 12, they're negative 18.435. Okay. So you're gonna have to teach these positions to the robot. All right. So knowing those numbers, we can go ahead and teach those positions. Um, so this may take a while for you. Just make sure that you teach the positions. Let's see. I'm gonna go over one of them. Actually, we'll do number 1 and 2 together. Okay. So position 1. Oh, I have to type the number 1. You notice it's not lit up. It's grayed out. So go to a pro, and that will that will make it available. So x is 300, 0, 17.5. And then negative 90. So it's almost the same as the other one, but I think not all of them are. Okay. And then the roll is 0. Okay. And then we press teach. Now we're going to do number 2. Type in 2 there. And then 300, negative 100, and 17.5, negative 90. And then remember, we calculated it. It's negative 18.435. Yeah. Okay. Oops. I think I just lost it now. Okay. Expand. Oh, I didn't lose it. I teach. All right. So, so continue that for 3, 11, 12, 13, 23, 33. 12, it has the same role as number position 2. Position 3, the ones in blue, you're going to have to calculate it yourself. Okay. Um, at this point, it's probably a good idea to save it. So go to File, Save As. Let's go to our desktop. Oops, Robocell. Um, First and last name. Stack and roll. I don't want to click on this because it says 3DC on it. That's a different file format. We don't want that 3DC on our file. We want it to be WS. Okay, click Save. All right, so when you change the positions and all that stuff, make sure you click on to this. Save it um, often so you don't lose anything. Okay, so once you teach that, now you have to create the code. Okay, make it simple. Remember, RE, you're going to put stack and roll. RE, you're going to put your first and last name. This is like the comments in coding, okay, with robot C. So RE is like the comments, okay? And this one, the period. We'll put period 3. Period 3. Okay. So at this point, this is where you want to start with position 99 and go through through this process. Okay. Um, so from 99, you're gonna go to 2, and then go up, go here to this point, and then stack it on this cube here. So this cube basically doesn't move, right? This green one here. And then from there, you're gonna go back and pick up number 1 here, this cube, and then you're gonna bring it here and then stack it on top. Okay. If you pay attention and look at the lines here, they don't jump, from position 3 to 1, right? So watch out for those movements. You notice they don't cut diagonally across. Okay. Um, and at the end, you're gonna retract all the way to 99. Okay. If you could do all of that, then your coding for that is done. Uh, Here, you don't have to worry about the distances. Fortunately, it's been predetermined for you, the distances, and accounted for the height and all that stuff. It's able to clear. It's not going to crash. Um, let's see. Yeah, so each cube is 40. And I believe, yeah, it accounts for the different distances. Okay. So if you look over here, 57 and 97, the difference that with between those two is 40. Okay. Um, but anyway, um, so yeah, what else is there? Okay, yeah, so you don't have to count for it. it was just nice to have these numbers, but just use the positions that you were given. Okay. All right. So when you're done with that, call me and I can grade you and give you credit for this. All right. Thank you.